Welcome to the first tutorial on how to use Spritato to export your PSD file to Spine. Let's get started. What you are seeing here is the main user interface of the application. First of all, we need to open a PSD file. We can do so by accessing the top menu. Choose File and then Open File. Or we can just click on the blue link button here. After the file is loaded, we also got our layers filled on the right. This is where we do most of our works. Because each part of this character is drawn using multiple layers under a folder, we need them to be merged before fitting the images to Spine. In the old days, we can do so by inserting a merge tag in the name of a layer. Today, we are going to do this inside Spritato. This is very simple. After a layer is selected, we can toggle the merge setting from the Properties panel. Or we can just use the top menu. Under the layer group, we choose Toggle Merge. You can see that there is also a shortcut mapped to this setting. To save our precious time, I will now use the shortcut to update all other parts of the character. It's done. Now let's do the same with the bone setting. Oh, by the way, you can quickly preview a part of the whole image by holding down the Ctrl key and mouse over a layer in the Layers panel. This one is probably having semi-transparent pixel far away from the shape. Since fixing those semi-transparent pixel is not part of the tutorial, we will ignore it and move on to do the export. Let's bring out the export dialog. You should be familiar with this interface if you have used the Photoshop export script before. You may already notice there is an eye-catching warning icon. Unlike any Windows application, apps from Microsoft Store cannot just write files anywhere without permission from the user, which means we need to grant access to a folder by browsing to that particular folder. This step is not necessary if we have saved the current work. Let's begin the export. It's done. Isn't it amazing? The whole export is done within just 1 second. For your interest, this looks like a simple PSD file actually contains about 200 layers, and it takes 49 seconds to be exported in my PS CS5. You don't need to believe me. Just download the app from Microsoft Store and try it with your own PSD file. By inspecting the export result, I found that there are something unexpected. Some part of the shape is not supposed to be there. I realized I forgot to ignore some layers inside two merge groups, and I'm going to fix them now. We can right-click on a merge group to unfold it. Found it. The folder named Old should not be exported. I will toggle the Ignore setting and do the export again. Now the result is correct. The next thing I would like to do is to save the works so that I don't need to start over the next time. To save a project, we can just press Ctrl S or use the top menu. One thing to note about is that the app is asking for a folder instead of a file path. You should choose a folder that is containing the PSD file. As you can see, a project file is saved next to the PSD file. In the future, when you open this project, you automatically grant this app access to the project folder, which includes the export path. This is the end of the tutorial. In the next tutorial, I'm going to talk about pixel adjustment layer. Goodbye.